Don't let them take no more of our freedoms from us every day. They want to come into our homes and take our guns and faith away. Oh, they're insane. Oh, they keep pushing their lies on us every way. If you come for my family, then there's gonna be hell to pay. These colors don't run, and neither do I. We come from a long line of fighting this fight. This flag's gonna fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't run.
Ticking time bomb, stop, drop, roll. Finger on the button, who's got control? Weaponize the news every time I scroll. Come from my guns, but I lock and load. Prime from my hands when I go cold. Pray to the Lord, but they want your soul. They gonna have problems if they come to my home. Till they get my message, I'ma say it slow. Scrolling through the news, anxiety, it starts to hit me. Bible by my pistol. Pistol by my whiskey, politicking just to trick me. If you want it, come and get me. But if you sliding through that door, it's a Sammy. Fight for the stripes, but the blood still dripping to the grave, all waving and the flag still whipping. They want my liberty, they won't strip it. They want my land, they won't get it. My grandfather's blue collar's dirty and frayed, cause he keeps rolling in his grave for what they did to this place.
These colors don't run, and neither do I. We come from a long line of fighting this fight. This flag's gonna fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't run.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, everyone. Good to see y'all. I hope y'all had a great day. I've had a very exciting and eventful day at the Tina house, the Tina Crazy house. How's y'all's day been before I get into my exciting, silly, and then stressful day? Good? That's great, Tracy. Has it been hot there? 'Cause it was pretty good today. The sun even shined a little bit. It wasn't all that cloudy like Saturday. Oh, how's Teddy? How's Teddy doing? Sky kept me outside about all the morning long. Got my allergies a going. That's good, Darlene. Any storms your way, Darlene? So I can be looking out. Oh, you're going to have to send me a picture after of it. That's great, darling. I'm glad. Teacup, you still roasting? You still getting your suntan on? Carrie, how you doing in Florida? You hanging in there? I have a sneaking feeling that's getting ready to change on us, so I'm trying to enjoy it as long as I can. 'Cause the winter time, the cold air, it bothers me. I'm not so perky. I get a little attitude. Y'all think I got attitude now? Y'all just wait. Y'all seen me last year. Oh God, teacup. So Carrie got a little bit of this and a little bit of that and some more of this and some more of that today. I think our weather's confused. It's being confused. Oh, teacup. Mm, mm. Well, I got some. Oh Lord, Tracy. Y'all just keep them hot temperatures. I'm good. Um, I found this little meme. I thought it was cute, which I can't read it. I think I'm gonna have to go back to the eye doctor. Last time I went, he said I had perfect vision, but for some reason here lately I can't see crap. Oh, you will take up good. I need something here lately, and my eyes has been watering real bad too, like I've been crying. I don't know if it's my allergies or what's going on. Sometimes I see fine, and other times it's like it's fuzzy, like blurry, especially little things, like trying to see on the phone, them pictures, straining ain't a good thing. And then I got some great news yesterday. We finally got our family back together here at the Tina homestead. Here is no, she finally made it home. Finally. The doctor said she could come back, so we got her yesterday. So No is back home where she belongs. As long as she doesn't start scratching. She was watching me eat. She was wanting my food. But Sky's happy. I'm happy. No's happy. We're Danny's happy. So we're a happy family. She smacked me today in the back of the head. So she's back in her place. She knows she's home. It killed us being away from her so long. Sky would go about every day to my uncle's to visit her and said she just sat at the door and meow like she's supposed to leave too with her. And then, let me see. I think I got a couple little news things. Of course, it's Sunday, so there's not much news. And then after the national anthem, we gonna get into me needing y'all's advice on something. I'm going to talk about and show y'all. And if anybody wants to get on panel, you know what to do to talk about it. Try to help me figure it out. Okay. Here is, for some reason, the only heading I got is Lord Help Us. I can't remember what clip this is. So we'll watch it together.
More on all those stories ahead, but first, another disturbing attack on ICE officers. A mob assaulting 4 agents in San Francisco, even threatening their families. Christina Coleman is live in Los Angeles with more on this. Christina.
John, dozens of protesters rallied outside of San Francisco's federal court building waiting for the release of a person who DHS identified as Adrian Guerrero, a U.S. citizen who federal officials say assaulted ICE officers and threatened law enforcement by saying, quote, "I'm going to go after your family and I'm going to stab you." Guerrero, who identifies as a woman and goes by the name Angie, was charged with assault and destruction of federal property after allegedly slashing the tire of a government vehicle. DHS says it happened on Wednesday when a group of about 15 to 20 violent anti-ICE rioters in San Francisco assaulted, grabbed, punched, and pepper sprayed ICE agents who were conducting targeted immigration enforcement in San Francisco, in that city. DHS says they surrounded and assaulted 4 federal agents. DHS says, quote, "While standing at arm's length from an officer, Guerrero made repeated threats stating, quote, "I'm going to F you up. I'm going to go after your family and I'm going to stab you." DHS says Guerrero was also in possession of a black knife and patterned headscarf during this incident. Guerrero was later granted bail and surrounded by supporters after being released and had this to say about the situation.
"I'm good, despite the brutality and repression that the federal government is placing on this city, my city, the city I was born in."
The attack on law enforcement in San Francisco is yet another example of violence against immigration agents. DHS says ICE law enforcement are now facing a 1,000% increase in assaults against them as they risk their lives to arrest the worst of the worst criminal illegal aliens. Despite all the violence, immigration officials continue to carry out their operations in various cities nationwide.
We're making Los Angeles and California a safer place. We're going to continue to do that, and they can take that one to the bank and cash it.
And as for that attack on ICE agents in San Francisco last week and those allegedly involved, Guerrero now faces a maximum penalty of 1 year in prison and a fine of up to $100,000. John?
I'm surprised the maximum isn't even higher. Christina Coleman. Thanks.
Okay, I'm going to say it. I know what y'all are thinking. I'm going to be the one to say it. Because now I know why I labeled it as Lord Help Us. If, since I'm the toddler, I can say it. Haters is going to hate. But if that guy, I'm going to call it a guy because God made it a man. But if that guy wants to be a woman, he sure is one ugly woman. No way. No way. Mm-mm. I won't be calling him no Angie. Then wasn't that what the news report said, that he was calling himself Angie because he's a woman? Uh-uh. Nah. Nah. That's okay. That is all right. Okay. Got that one out of the way. Goodbye, little Angie. Okay. Mixon. I kind of like this one because we've talked about this many a times. Because a lot of us doesn't like moving our clock forward and backwards and forward and backwards. So I kind of like this. I believe it's getting a little bit closer for the Congress and the Senate to pass it. Uh, Stopping daylight savings time. I heard this today. And then we'll talk about my entertainment today. And then it should be about time for the national anthem.
Is Maggie Hassan, Democrat from New Hampshire, that she and I actually wrote this bill together. It has had Democratic support on this. It puts the pressure where the pressure needs to be. No one goes home. No one moves to other things. We've got to be able to finish up appropriation bills. That's the basic work of the Senate. And right now, Democrats are working to keep us on confirmation and nominations to prevent us to get from all the basic other constitutional work that has got to be done. We've got to do both on this. We got to finish the fight on confirmation. That may mean fighting to change the rules there. We're working to be able to find a way to be able to get this right. But then also, we've got to be able to get to our basic rule of actually getting appropriations work done.
All right, Senator, before you go, I got to ask you about this. What about the Sunshine Protection Act? We all want to know whether there is bipartisan support where you could finally get this across the finish line where we're not changing our clocks twice a year anymore. Is there any hope?
I am all in. This is something I fought for. People made fun of me 4 years ago to be able to sponsor a bill that says we're going to get rid of time change on this. I have to tell you my favorite story. I'm in a Veterans Day parade years ago. A veteran deep in his 80s stands up watching the parade, comes to me in the parade route, shakes my hand in the middle of the parade route and says, "Before I die, will you get rid of time change?" I hate it. I have to tell you, moms don't like it. Farmers, ag folks don't like it. It is an anomaly left over from World War I and World War II. We need to just go back to locking the clock on that.
Yeah, we owe him that. And all those mamas and daddies with little ones as well. As you said, they feel the pain. Senator,
Yep.
Thanks for your time. Always good to see you.
Good to see you again.
I want to.
So that's good if it gets passed. And then if they would take away time zones. I don't like time zones either. All of us on all different time schedules. I
Says
don't
Maggie
like
Hassan,
it.
Democrat from New Hampshire, that she.
Just put us all on one time schedule. I mean, geez. I think the East Coast, us, I'm sorry, Carrie. We have to go to bed so early. And then you got California over there, 3 hours behind us. They get to stay up later. I think it's wrong. I know, Bitbot, but I can always wish and hope. I know it won't happen, but it was a good idea. Bitbot, you just crushed my hopes. Hey, Bitbot, good to see ya. Love ya. Even if you destroyed my dreams. What you talking about, Carrie? The daylight savings time? I remember getting on the bus and it was dark. It didn't bother us. These children needs a little bit of raising like we did. Yeah, they're too pampered. Which I got to admit, I help everyone, all of y'all too, all of my family helps to spoil Sky. So she's spoiled, but she does know how to go outside and play and swing and climb a tree and do things that some of these other kids don't don't know. She knows how to go on nature walks. She knows how to go fishing. She knows she'd rather stay outside than inside. Yeah, but I don't know when they gonna do it. They've been talking about it for so long, and that just popped up today that they started back talking about it. So could be a few more years. Who knows? No telling. But Cindy, I know you're listening because you text me. I know you're listening. Scott said thank you, and we're going to finish up her video, her whatever you want to call it, tomorrow. But she got most of it done for Brandon. Y'all, y'all just, it, it's not right what I had to do. We even went to the grocery store and got ice cream afterwards. That little girl, Lord help her. But she said, Mama, she said, I knew the girls would find a way I can send him this. I knew they would. The boys don't like him because they jealous. Hey, Freedom Nuts, good to see ya. Missed you. But all she does is, if she's not, when she's drawing, she'll put Brendan Lake on the TV and watch his videos. And here lately, she's been saying, Mama, he don't know how to dance. He just moves. He don't dance. I'm like, Sky, really? That's what you're getting out of this. He don't dance. She says, well, Mama, most people dances. He don't dance. I said, well, your mama really don't dance either, does she? Well, Mama, you're old. That's different. I said, girl, I'm going to show you old. And I said, will you show me how you would dance to it? And she said, see, Mama, she said, you do, she was telling me what you need to do. And I was like, Really? And I said, well, I said, if Brandon dances like you do, I said, he'll be the talk of the town. On that one part of the song, she crunched down like a cat, and I was like, what are you doing? I said, that's enough. She's a mess. She says, I'll make a movie and I'll show him what he needs to do to dance. He just don't know how to dance. I'll help him. I said, okay. Hey, Chris, good to see you, baby brother. Hey, Freedom Nuts. I think I've told everybody, hey, I think I was making sure I had what I wanted to show y'all after the national anthem ready, so y'all can advise me on this. Oh yeah, and when we went to town, because her swear jar or my swear jar was full, and I couldn't put no more quarters in it from yesterday. So we took it. She wanted to take it and get it changed in. And you know, at Food Line or most grocery stores, they got that coin star or whatever you call it machine where you put the change in there. She put the change in there, and this is how much that is pitiful. But Danny did help me. This wasn't me cussing the whole time. It was 25 cents a cuss word. But this is how much she got today. She got $35.50 from from my swear jar today. So now we can start fresh again. But that's been from right before I went into the hospital. So that's been a while. And a few people owes her. But right now, that's what she has in it. Yeah, Darlene, she texted me and said that she was working and that she would be late, but that she would try to be on. And I told her just to be safe, that we got not to worry about it. We're good. Three, two, one. Thank y'all. Thank y'all very much. Okay, to my rant. A few of y'all kinda know this, but not well. A few of y'all have seen the notice I received, but I didn't know everything that was going on until today. My dad called me and he said, "Can you come up here a second?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Me and Sky will be up there in just a minute." And he says, "No." He says, "Can Sky draw or watch a movie or something? I need to talk to you." And I said, "Uh-oh, uh-oh, this is gonna be serious." Because my dad, he always, when I come, where's Sky? If he sees me running or walking, where's Sky? Is always he's got to see Sky. And I was like, when you said, "Can she watch a movie or draw?" I was like, oh, it hit me in the stomach. So I said, "Yeah." I said, "Give me like 10 minutes to get her fixed and let Danny know I'm coming up there so he can keep an eye on her in case she goes outside." And I went up there and he was sitting out on the porch swing. And I said, what's wrong?" He said, "I got something to talk to you about." I said, "Well," I said, "talk to me." I said, "I'm here." Because me and him, we got a strange relationship. But I said, "I'm here." And he said, "Well," he says, "I know you and your sister doesn't talk or really get along." And he says, "I understand." He says, "I hadn't said anything to you for a while about it, but she's been diagnosed with cancer for a few months, and she hasn't wanted you or Danny to know about it." And I was like, "Really?" And then he said, "Well," he said, "the only reason why I'm telling you this is because of Nathan." I said, "What about Nathan?" Which is one of my dad's friends, which is a neighbor on another street from ours. He says, "Because of Nathan." And I said, "Well, what's wrong with Nathan?" Because he's my buddy. I said, "What's wrong with Nathan?" He says, "Well," he says, "he has cancer too." And I said, "No way. Really?" He says, "Yeah." "Well," he says, "the strange thing is," and he says, I know you, and if I didn't tell you and you found out, you'd be angry with me, and I know you'll look into it and see what you can find out if this is related or not." So I walked over to Nathan's and I talked to him. I said, "Hey, buddy," I said, "you okay?" He says, "Not really." I said, "Well," I said, "what's going on?" He said, "I've been having tests done." I said, "Yeah." I said, "I know you've been going to the doctor." I said, "You told me you was." And his wife was there and she says, "Tina, it's not good." I said, What do you mean? He says, well, he says, I've got cancer. And I said, really? I said, what kind of cancer do you have? And this is what he showed me. It was from the doctor's office that they give them. It's like a booklet about it. And I just snapped a picture of it because I didn't have no pencil or paper with me. Non-Hodgkin lymphoma. He's been going to Baptist to the cancer center, getting tested and everything. And he says, your dad said that you got and I know that you went and had stem cell therapy done. And I said, yes. And yeah, I said it was okay. I said it wasn't as bad as what people told me it was going to be. I said, yeah. I said, and I'm doing better. I'm doing good. He says, well, he says, they mentioned doing that on me, but it's going to take me a lot longer. He said it was a new something. I don't know. I'll talk to him more and get more of the details, but they want to do that on him. And just so happened, my sister has the same type of cancer that Nathan has. Both of them, the same, right there, neighbors across the street from each other, has the same type of cancer. And then up at the very top, maybe a minute or two away, is our other neighbor. And she was diagnosed with cancer the same time my sister was, my dad told me. And I was like, this don't sound right. Something's going on. And then I I'm not for sure, but this is why I was kind of needing to see what y'all thought about it. I got this in the mail. I noticed about our water. Cindy's been checking into it, and that acid, she looked that up. And this is the link to the little video of it. And see, Carrie, my dad had small cell lung cancer. He filed it, and it was okay. And then last year, it came back, and he had to get more chemo done on it. So I don't know if our city water has, because they made us fill our wells in. They took we're not allowed to have any well water. All of it comes from the city. And there's only like maybe 400 people in our town. And my dad told me that there's like 15 poor right in the area that I'm living in that has been diagnosed with cancer. And then I got this in the mail. I think it's been a week or two ago. I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember. In the mail, it was sent out to us. So I don't know if it's something to do with our water But I'm going to start digging into this because I've got Sky I got to worry about. I mean, she doesn't drink the water. We don't cook with the water anyway because I've always thought something was wrong with it. It was it was cloudy looking all the time. So we never used the water other than taking a shower or in the bathroom, the flush or wash the dish. I mean, we never drink the water's never went into us. So I was wondering, maybe that's what could it have something to do with Sky too, with her iron? Because she does use it to brush her teeth with it. And would this acid absorb in her skin when she's taking a shower? I mean, I don't know. But he told me that this evening, and then I started looking up, and I said, I'm not getting nowhere. So that's why I said that we would talk about something, discuss something. Because I know if anybody can, it's our chat family. Y'all got this. Y'all can, y'all can help me look up things and see. Let me see. But it's just strange. It's just strange how, I mean, they're straight across the street from me. Nathan has the exact same cancer as my sister, and they say it's thyroid. It's in their neck. So Nathan said they said it's thyroid. That's in his thyroids, and my sister has the same type, which that's another subject. I'm just gonna have to talk to her. But I talked to Nathan for like 30 minutes. Then his wife started crying, and I had to talk to her. But just keep my sister in your prayers and Nathan, because I know them two wouldn't mind. But that other lady on up the road from me, I really don't know much about her. She just moved. She moved into the area about a year ago. But my dad said that there was like close to 10 people in our town with cancer. And see, my mom passed away with cancer too, but that's been close to 13 years ago or less. And we did have city water then, but I'm not connecting her to this. But these recent ones, like up the road from us, her and my sister found out they had cancer on the same day. And then Nathan found out he had cancer Friday. It's just too close and too not, I mean, it just makes me think. Hey Ricky, good to see you, my friend. Hey Tamara, good to see you. But that'll give y'all something to chew on, think about. But I am going I'm going to talk to my sister Monday, and then probably Tuesday I'll end up down at the town hall. So I'm going to find out what's going on with this water. But I kind of would like to have some facts to back me up before I start jumping to conclusions. But something just ain't right. She does, Carrie? Well, we'll be praying for her. But I just want to throw that out to see if anybody would know what that's in our water is means. I know, Cindy, I talked to you earlier. I just don't know. I mean, it just makes me wonder if maybe it had something to do with why I got so sick there for a while, why I was having problems, and why Sky's starting to have more I mean, I don't know. It's like a bunch of stuff coming in on you, and then finding out that Nathan has the same type of cancer my sister did, and everything. It's just not right. And here's the type that both of them has. For Cindy, the one, I don't believe I told you that part of it. I just told you about the water situation. But that's the part that my neighbor and my sister has. The exact same type. And my sister's had it for a few months. But Nathan, he just found out that he had it Friday. And then up the street from us, Cindy, is another lady my dad said that has that type of cancer too. So three right here in the same little area. I thought about that, Tracy. I really thought about that. Taking it to Elkin or Wilkesboro. And, well, Wilkesboro is in with my town, so Wilkesboro would probably cover it up if they was, like I said, if there was anything shady. Wilkesboro would probably cover it up because I'm in Wilkes County. So Wilkesboro and Wilkes County's in the same county. So I believe my best bet would, if I did, take it to Elkin because that's in Surrey County. You're all good, Cindy. I know when you talked to me, I just told you I had water issues, but I didn't tell you what I believe it was causing. Dang, Bitbot. Our state is pretty much covered up in little dots. Looks like a bunch of people's got the same issue drinking water. Everybody just needs to be safe. Be careful. Don't. Thank you, Sandy. But I really didn't think about maybe that's what's going on with Sky until Cindy texted me and said she watched the video, and did I think that had any chance of what's going on with Sky, because you know she has to get them iron infusions. And then what I went through, I said, I don't know. I said, just that much cancer in a couple months apart. And my sister, and like I said, the lady up the road was diagnosed on the same day. And then Nathan, a couple months, it's just too much. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I remember that movie, Tracy. Just please, family, keep on what you drink and eat. I don't know what's going on, but something's just, and Bitbot's throwing out facts like crazy in the chat. So y'all need to check them, because I'm saving them and I'll go back and look at them later tonight, because I doubt I'll sleep tonight because I got so much on my mind trying to figure this out. And and I know some people's gonna say, "Why did your dad tell you all this?" Well, he knows me. If I find out another way, he knows how I am. So I'm glad he told me. No, we don't drink it either. I mean, I go through like 3 cases of water a week here. We drink bottled water. We use it when we cook with. The only thing, like I said, the only thing we use it for, Tracy, is like to wash dishes or to take a shower. Or now we ain't gonna use it to brush our teeth with, but to brush our teeth, we used to use it, but we didn't swallow it. We just rinsed our mouth out with it. But I'm gonna start using bottled water in the bathroom to brush our teeth. Yeah, but that's what I thought about my dad, why he's having trouble with his health, why his keeps coming back, because he drinks a ton of coffee. I mean, he drinks like 5 pots of coffee a day, and he uses the sink water. Just because it's got that old nasty coffee in it, it's still coming. from the town. It's still got the chemicals in it. You gotta put what down, Ricky? That's true, but bullying doesn't always take care of what needs to be took care of. I mean, I just don't want to sound like I'm one of them conspiracy theorists or whatever, but it it just don't feel right to me. That's why I brought it up. I mean, if y'all knew I got that letter a week or two ago, I showed a couple people, but then my dad telling me all this was going on, it just don't it just don't say something just don't feel right. Yep, Cindy, contaminated water. But I do think Tracy has a good idea. I'm going to go to the store tomorrow and get a container that's never been used, that's sealed up, and get a sample of our water and take it to Elkin to their water sewer management and ask them to please test it and see what they come up with. Because if I take it to Wilkes County, it'll be like them doing their own test on their own. And I don't believe I'll get a right answer. Because why would they tell on theirself for? So I think I'll have to go to a different county. And Elkins and Surrey, so I think that's that's step number one with me. And that would be considered an independent test, wouldn't it? Technically. Yeah, because it's not from Wilkes. Oh, Carrie, I'm sorry. Our water used to, when you'd put some in a cup, because we would wash dishes and it would look so cloudy. Like you couldn't even, I mean, it wasn't clear, it was cloudy. And I was like, oh, this ain't right. And then it started having like a sulfur smell to it. And I was like, no way. I mean, it would make you gag. And then all that went away. And one, a few times when I give Sky a shower, help her with her shower, she would say, Mama, it burns. It's hot. I said, no. I said, the water's not, I said, it's lukewarm. I said, it's not hot, baby. She said, it feels like bees are stinging me, like it was burning her skin. And so, and then you could smell like chlorine in it. And I'm like, has to be the water. Mm, yeah, I'll, I'll save it. I've got about every one of the links you got in chat saved. I'll save it and I'll look and I'll let him show it to him. But yeah, that looks like something he would need. But he's stubborn. He's hard-headed. See, Carrie, I don't. I just get the bottled water. But it looks like I'm going to have to invest in some. Well, the shower, I believe, has a filter on it, if I'm not mistaken. Because Guy hasn't complained about the shower hurt, burning, stinging her. It looks like I'm going to. Looks like I'm gonna invest in some. It's a shame. It's a cockeyed shame. Let me see. There's Sky's bathroom sink, kitchen sink, my bathroom sink, Danny's bathroom. Well, Daniel get his own. Let me see. There's 3 water filter systems I'm gonna have to get. Lordy mercy. Let me see. Who's up here to help me? Carrie.
I wasn't going to come
Thank you,
on, but
Carrie.
you talked me into it. Yeah, and, bottled water is just as bad as the sink water, though.
Yeah, Sky says some of it she will not drink. The only bottled water she would drink is like store brand. She won't
Uh,
drink like Deer Park or Aqua or any of them. She won't drink. She says it tastes too salty. She
well, they
only
caught.
likes like the Great Value or the Food Line brand. She only
Yeah,
drinks the store
where's it
brand.
coming? Where's it coming from? Most of their plants are right in the middle of the city.
I know,
They
I don't
caught
know, but
Nest.
she
They
says
caught
it's
Nestle.
salty.
They caught Nestle pumping it from the city supply, and they don't filter it.
Goodness.
That yeah. Uh, Now if it comes, they should have some kind of filtration, some kind of a law, but they don't have no law concerning bottled water. You know, they don't really have a lot of regulations on them. So your best bet
And
is a
see,
filter.
and she gets the filtered water because one time I mixed got the, I always mess up, but I got her the wrong kind of water. I got her the spring water, and she said, "Mama, this ain't right." I said, "This." She said, "This taste is different."
You can
I said,
say,
"Sky, it's spring. It's spring water." I said, "It should be better than the filtered water." She says, "No, Mama, it don't taste right." So I had to go and get her the filtered kind, and I drank the spring kind, because it don't matter to me. Water's water to me.
no, you can tell the difference. I know I can, and even the plastics in some of the bottles, is yuck, terrible.
Yeah,
It's not good.
but I just didn't. I mean, it's just too much going on in this little area. I mean, we've only got, like I said, like maybe 400 people in our town, and then like my dad said, at least 10 that he knows of has been recently diagnosed with cancer. And I'm like, Dad, why didn't you tell me this when you started finding this out? Well, my sister, I know why he didn't tell me because, well, we got issues, but he did tell me about Nathan, which I'm glad. Nathan didn't want to tell me because he was scared that it would bring up feelings about my mom. So he didn't want to mention it to me, so he didn't bring it up to me, and I had to sort of act like I didn't know what was going on and play dumb. But it's just too much. I mean,
Yeah, I remember traveling around when I was a kid up through West Virginia, and even in Ohio, they had the springs and they had the pipes coming out with the water just flowing. People fill up their water there, and the taste. Actually, there's no taste in water. The least taste you got, the better it is. That's the thing about water. It's just a clear taste. There's nothing. Nothing should stand out in it.
Bitbot posted a link where there's like a meter where you can test your bottled water.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I
neat.
think it this way. I got the filter. You can't do much. You can't do much more than filter your water. And
Yeah, that's true.
that's about as clean as you're going to get it.
It would probably, if you think about it, it would probably be cheaper to get for me to just get the filters and get the water through the sink than buying bottled water all the time because we go through like 3 or 4 cases a week of water.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Sky can drink a case and a half just this is 24 pack just by herself.
Dan here, he buys alkalized water for our coffee, but yeah, I'll drink that. But you know, I have to drink filter water because the chlorine in the city water just tears my stomach up. But just a few glasses, it just hits my stomach hard. There's Gator Girl. Hey, Gator.
Hey Gator girl, good to see you. I will, Chris. I'll check in on that. Let me screenshot it so I don't forget.
Yeah,
Man, my phone's overworking. It'll probably crash.
water's a big thing in our lives. We got to, yeah, protect it. But I tell you, I noticed when I was uh, our in the toilet, the tube that the water comes through has filters on it, and it plugged up. They plugged up. It's full. It was, you know, I noticed it there, and then I started checking in the sink and get a glass of water. It was all kinds of sediment floating around that glass.
Yeah, it's nasty. It's
Man,
not
it's a city
right.
water. And I
And
told
then
Dad, nobody,
sometimes the smell, ooh, it stinks so bad. I tell
yeah,
Sky, I said, Sky, just don't, just just go
and
outside
usually,
underneath the faucet and wash your hands. Don't turn the water on. It stinks.
usually you find that in well water.
No, they made us fill our wells up with cement and put a cap on them and everything. Even our septic tanks, they made us get rid of them too. So we're water and sewer.
Whoa, that's scary.
So we had to close. Then we had to fill our well with bricks, and then pour cement in there, and then rocks, then more cement. I mean, it costed us a fortune just to fill it up, or they was gonna start finding us for it.
Yeah.
Cause we fought. I mean, all of us in the town, we fought over it. Said it should be our right to have our own well on our own land, and
Huh.
the law went through. We went through that we had to fill it and seal it.
Yeah, it's we don't. I didn't keep. I didn't keep. I saw something today that was about stuff like that. We have no rights to anything. We don't own anything. Everything
No,
everything they tax us on, we don't own. They can come in and drill right underneath your house, and unless you have the what was it, a modial, is that the right
hmm
word? Title, you don't own it. If it's just a deed,
I got my title. I got
if
my
it
title in my
is it a
deed.
modial, is it a modial? If it's
No,
not,
it's
it's not
called.
worth the paper it's written on. And that's just some of the stuff we don't know, that they get over on us, They come in eminent domain or
I
whatever, you know.
I know my dad. He took when he built his house. He had to take his title and deed up to Wilkesboro to file it, and then he started paying taxes and everything on it. And he talked to a lawyer, and he told Dad when we was building my house. He says when it gets completed, he says and my dad had signed over the land because all of our lands was my dad's to start with, and he split, gave it out to us. And he says, he says when because we went through the lawyer to make sure that the deed to the land and everything in the house was in my name, and the lawyer told him to make sure that I didn't go file it with the county because if I did, then it would give the county rights. So I never took it
Right.
and
Yeah.
filed it.
Yeah, I would check on it because if you don't have the absolute rights to the minerals and everything, they can, and especially if you had to pay taxes on it. You have to pay taxes on it. It's not yours.
Yeah,
In
that's
most
what the lawyer told Dad.
in most
The
cases,
lawyer told my the lawyer told my dad that was the biggest mistake he had done was take it up there and file it with the
yeah,
county. They shouldn't
yeah,
have done that.
it gives up.
So now, and then he told
One way to
me
know,
not to do ours, so we didn't.
one way to know for sure is to look on your deed. If everything's in capitalized letter, they own the rights. If it's all in capitals, it's yeah, the counties, the states, the government.
That's neat,
Unfortunately,
Bitbot put a link in chat where you could put in your zip code to find out, get your water report in the area you live in, Terry.
yeah.
That's neat.
Let me see here. Search by state. You know what's in your water? Water. Get off of there. I hate this where you have to put
Not
your driver's
really.
license. I hate it when you have to put your name and email and phone number because they get off of there. They won't go.
I
I
didn't
can't
get
do.
that.
I can't
I
do it. I
typed
won't
mine
do
in
it.
there. Mine didn't do
Continue.
it. Mine didn't do
There
all
we go.
that.
Very, very small words at the bottom says continue. Okay, how far down do I got to go to find this? There we go. Zip code. See results. Oh, there's utility. Lake Alfred. Water contaminants. Oh my gosh.
You sure
Arsenic.
you want to?
Oh, I don't want to. Oh, no, no, no.
Are you sure?
Oh my
Do I
goodness.
want to look at
Oh,
mine? I'm not going to. I can't.
oh, this is
Sherry's
awful.
already for.
I'm dying.
She's already. Sherry's
I
already
listen to
freaking
it.
me out.
It's a how acetic
Oh
acids,
Lord.
arsenic, nitrate. I know that nitrate because there's nitrate farms around, perfluorocene sulfonate, perfluorosidate sulfonate. There are two different kinds. Radium combined, 226 and 228. Hallucinating 20, 23 total contaminants detected. They don't list them
Oh
all.
Lord.
They don't list them all. Exceed EWG health guidelines. 7 exceed. Oh my goodness. I gotta say that. Ah, ah.
Oh Lord, Bitbot. I'm scared after what
That's
Carrie was reading off. I don't
oh,
want
that's
to.
terrible. I knew it was bad.
I don't want to.
I don't drink a drop because you can smell it. You can smell it. You can smell all the chlorine when they chlorinate it. You can smell
Yeah.
you can smell the stuff too. It's not sulfury. It's another, you know. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, Dave. You just made. I
Hey,
want to take a
he
bath in it.
ruined my dreams of time zone free United States. He ruined that, so at least he ruined your water.
Well, we're in the middle of phosphate country here. They quit mining phosphate, but still, it's still there. That's not good either. Yeah.
I'll save it and I'm gonna look at it after so I can cry because I know ours isn't gonna be pretty.
Oh, yeah. That was a shock and a half. I knew it's bad, but I mean, my nose, not my nose knows, but who would think 23 contaminants, especially those major ones there that, the, oh, yeah, arsenic and
But think
everything else.
about it. Why isn't our government stepping in and doing anything?
I don't know. I was telling Dan the
It's
other
like
day,
it's like we're being poisoned through our water too now. First our food, now our water. I mean,
I'm not,
what's
I'm hoping the filter catches it all. But, you know, it, uh, I don't know about these reverse osmosis and those big, big machines that they put in. They're just as bad.
Yeah, I don't know anything. I believe I'm getting ready to go down a rabbit hole I don't want to go down, but I have
Yeah,
to
these
because
big
of the sky.
these big water purification things. I wonder about them, because I've used the meters and everything, and I don't see much difference from that and the small one on your faucet. And that one they sold, it was contaminated. It would kill pets if you give it to pets. Zero water. So you have to really look. The best ones, the ones with the highest, yeah, the Pure and the Brita, they work fairly well. I don't know
Well,
nothing
but
about that stuff, but bite. Yeah. Is that how fast it flows out, or yeah? The shallow wells are always brown, and in a lot of places, that's all they do is shallow wells. They won't let you go deep. So it still doesn't get it all. I don't know. It just unreal, what you have to do to figure out. Yeah, Pure's the one that I find the best.
Darlene's worried too now. Darlene's worried. She's close to me.
As far as one that you put on your faucet and stuff, the Pure is the best. It tastes, less taste, you know, much better. I did have a Brita. I had the big 30 cup one that was pretty good. It has a big old filter in it, that it uses. But I haven't got another one.
I was just thinking if I get a filter for my kitchen and my bathrooms, I'm gonna have to change out my faucets too.
No, you just they have adapters you screw it up on.
Yeah, but my faucets are low. They're not them tall ones.
Yeah, you
I
have to
got
say.
the lower ones. So I'm gonna have
Oh
to
no,
change
I
them
don't think
out too.
I don't think I'd worry about the kitchen. Well, yeah, you would have to.
Because
I,
it would
I,
hang down to
I would
touch
say
the
I would
sink.
say get the big uh 30 cup and pour the water in it and use it, for your tooth, you know, your toothbrush and stuff like that. I wouldn't put one on the sink in the bathroom. They're about $30 for the
Yeah,
one.
but if I quit buying bottled water to make this seem right, then if she gets up in the middle of the night to get some water, she'll go to her bathroom sink and get a cup of water. And that's why I'm thinking about why her sink at least needs one on it because she won't walk all the way through the house because she's scared of the dark. She'll just go
Yeah.
to her bathroom because she has a night light in her bathroom.
Well, you can put one. You can put one in the bathroom too. You wouldn't have to have it on your sink. You wouldn't have to have it on your faucet. You could have one in the bathroom and in the.
I don't know, I'm just gonna have to think about it. Get my yin to my yang working on it, thinking about it.
Yeah, I can't afford all that high dollar filtration stuff. Most
No, I
of us
can't
can't.
either.
It just we had to deal with what we got. Uh, yeah, it's
And that's why the government that's why I don't see why the government don't step in. They know that we're
Yeah, this is
We're all
nationwide.
hanging by a string, and then here we know our water is being pretty much poisoned.
How do they get away with it? I mean,
I don't know.
it's in the news. It's
Cindy said, because I sent her a picture of the hole there, the front and the back of it, and she said that this test, they got the results in 2004,
oh, excuse me.
5/1/2004, 2024, and they just sent it out to us August the 6th, 2025. So they've had this report for about a year
Yeah,
before they send it out to us, because I just got this a week or two ago. I can't remember exactly when, but it's only been a week or two since I got this. And they've been sitting on this for over a year, about a year.
yeah. Yeah, it looks like if I'm gonna stay here, we're gonna have to do something. 'Cause that's way too much contaminant. Oh, you.
Maybe that's what's wrong with your breathing too. I mean, you never know. I mean,
No, I
I
know.
don't know.
I wanted that too because we got this trailer's been here a long time, and we've got all these citrus factories around here. And it always smells like a citric smell. Coming out of the mobile home. It gets my nose and everything. And when
Yeah.
my nose goes, my breathing goes. I've noticed that the biggest thing is my nose. It clogs up my breathing more than anything.
Oh.
Oh, I saw something today that'll blow your mind. You take cranberry juice, swish it around your mouth, and spit it into a paper plate or something to hold it. Then pour 70% alcohol in it, and the parasites will jump around in that cranberry juice out of your mouth.
Mm.
I'm gonna try it,
Yeah.
but they showed the video, and those parasites were just slithering all over in that. You know, that's a scary thought too,
Mm.
because they say a
Mm.
lot of their problems are from parasites. And if that's the case, just from swishing cranberry juice in your mouth just for a minute or two, and putting out, yeah, that's not good.
Oh Lord, help us all.
we're doomed. Ivermectin.
The thing
Yeah,
I say
well,
is making sure your heart's right, and
you're right, Dave. Yeah. Well, I'm going broke buying these, homeopathic methods. That's what I need to do. I need to have people send me homeopathic not herbs.
you could be like one of them spokesperson for it.
Yeah,
Let them send it to you and let you test it, and then you can give a review on it or something.
yeah, yeah.
Because they can be expensive. Because I've looked at a few things.
Well, you got to have lemon juice. You got to have cloves. You got to have garlic cloves. You got to have honey. Honey is expensive, and most of the stuff that you use is it's pretty expensive. Then you got to get a blender, hey, get a strainer, and keep track of what keep track for what's what. Oh,
I'll just let somebody make it for me, and I will
no, but
like
that's
be the salesperson for
the
it.
going the going
This
the
is
going
great.
the going price for a mix is $39. That's
I mean,
terrible, you
like,
know. You got
there's
you
no
got
telling what option I would come up with at
oh,
the end. A
yeah,
little
you got to
bit
have
of this, a little bit of that.
you got to have ginger. You got to have turmeric. You got to have pepper to make the turmeric work. Uh, yeah, I mean, it's expensive.
Yeah, I couldn't. I couldn't do it. I would have it all jacked up. It wouldn't even. It wouldn't even. It would probably harm you more than help you by the time I add a little of this and a little of that. And no,
And about the time you think you got it licked, you think, oh, I got this recipe down pat. They come up with another one. Food time. I hope you're
yeah.
doing good. I hope you're
Teacup
doing good,
says food
Teacup. I
time.
haven't talked to you in a while. I hope it's doing good for you.
I know it does, Darlene. I will just say I will test it for you if you will make it and ship it to me. I will be the
E-
spokesperson for your
Exactly.
product
Huh? Exactly. I would too.
before I do all that. A little bit of this, a pinch of this, and a pinch of that. I'm like, oh, I'd have it all. Oh Lord.
You're right, Cindy. They wait for a year. It just, uh, I don't know. Yeah, I might double filter my water.
Well, I know. I mean, I'm not no pretty sure on it. I know I'm going to get a sample and take to Elkin and
Yeah.
get it tested to know exactly what's going on with it. Because I know if I took the sample to Wilkes County, they're testing their own quality. They're not going to give you the real. But a different county maybe will give me the right answer, the right results before I go and start raising Cain about it. My dad was kind of like, well, sis, maybe that's could have been some of the reason of what happened to mom. Mom, and I
Uh-huh.
said, Dad, I said it's been over close to 10 years. I said I'm not. I know people gets cancer. I said I'm not reaching back that far, Dad. I said, but this here recently, within the last 2, 3 months, I said something ain't right. I said my sister, we'll call her Lucy. Lucy's got it, and then like I said, the neighbor up the road, come, Dad told me that she's got the same type of cancer too, and
That's,
was diagnosed on the same day my sister was, and then Nathan was diagnosed Friday with the same cancer that them two. I mean,
that's not a coincidence.
three within 2 months. I
There's
mean,
got to be a common. There got to be a common denominator somewhere.
and then we get this water report. I'd say the latest is 2 weeks ago. I'm not exactly sure when I got it, but 2 weeks ago, and just so happened I didn't throw it away like I normally do mail. I just toss it. But I kept it for some reason. Something told me to keep it.
And these doofuses we put in office, we vote people in. We don't know their qualifications for our water and stuff. They got water management, and they go in there and I guess they skim over the reports and say, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I, something wrong with the system. They should be hiring people that's knowledgeable, not voting them in. That's our problem right there. No qualified people running the system.
Yeah. I thought fluoride was with your teeth.
It's supposed to
Like
be, but it's a poison.
when you go to the dentist, they would always.
Yeah, they would pump you full of fluoride, which is a poison, really.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's what this link that BitBot posted. I just looked at it.
yeah, it's
Huh.
yeah, and they make fun of President Trump when he said they could maybe make bleach to help out somehow. Well, it's the same principle, as fluoride. Ah, crazy, ridiculous. You remember the
Well,
trouble he
yeah,
got into when he said maybe they could convert bleach somehow to kill since they killed the big C. He
yeah.
got in big trouble. How dare you? Yet they pump that fluoride down our mouths and our kids' mouths, and I mean we used to have to go in and take a big old cup of it, and hold it in our mouths and swish it around, and
Yep, in the dentist office. I
yeah,
remember it.
yeah, the nasty tasting stuff. And so we'll just dump it in
I,
our water. We'll just put it in our water. Get everybody.
but I didn't know. I thought it was a good thing till I seen what BitBot posted
No,
and
no,
looked
it's it's
at it.
it's, it's terrible. I quit. Use. I quit. I quit.
Even back then, they was trying to get us.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
not
it's
right.
been it's been going on a long time. They've been trying to depopulate the world is what they're doing. And because look at what they're saying
Because
now.
I remember when I was a little kid sitting in that dentist chair, and they would give me a balloon for being nice.
Yeah.
Because
For
my
not
mom
spit,
said I would bite the doctor
it would bite them
because
or
I
spit
didn't
it
like
out
the
at.
dentist. Yeah, because I didn't like the dentist. She said I would bite him, and if I was good, he would give me a sucker and a balloon after I got done.
I remember the long lines for the smallpox shot and the boosters and all that good stuff. Polio and well, that stuff worked. Supposedly it got rid of the got rid of it slowed them down. It didn't get rid of them. But now they
I
pump
got
it in
I got the I got to figure out Tuesday. That's when Tuesday and Friday is the 2 days that I picked to have my call with my doctor. I got to figure out by Tuesday which childhood vaccinations I want to take because I don't have no vaccinations in me right now. I got to figure out which one
Oh, here's
is
another
good
thing
and
to
which
watch out
one's not.
for. Floss. They say that floss they can put the vaccine in the floss that you're putting in your
Oh
teeth.
heck no.
If you're flossing your teeth,
Oh,
be careful because it's out there. It,
I
they're
do.
so you,
Oh heck no.
yeah. I like to,
Really?
yeah, yeah. Look it up.
I even I
Water.
even get Sky to floss. We use them little dinosaur peak things because that she likes she
Yeah,
likes the
yeah. But they could,
shape
they
of it.
could, they're putting it in our air. Over in our sky. They're putting it in the floss. And uh, I couldn't believe that. I like, there's
Oh
there's
man.
so much stuff they're doing we don't know the product. Yeah, you think you know the product and you don't. Oh, this is a
Yeah,
good
but then
product.
we get this water pick, then we have to worry about the water
The water.
contamination. But we
Well,
there and then
what
we
do you
do it.
What are you putting through that joker? I'm putting arsenic through mine. Might as well take arsenic. They're killing me anyway.
Oh Lord, this government ain't right. And then
And
they them chemtrails and everything, they're
yeah,
trying to, oh Lord mercy.
they're filling it full of chemicals to do us in. What are we going to find in Listerine, though?
Bit
Uh,
by. Have you checked all the ingredients in Listerine? It might be scary.
yeah, okay. Grow our own food, but then,
I'm with Gator Girl. Let's go on the desert island somewhere.
but the sky the air flows right over that deserted island too.
We will have a dome around us, like a bubble to
they're,
protect us.
they're painting the skies everywhere. Except I haven't seen any here. They stopped it here, but so far so good. Except our weather's crazy. Rained all day today, off and on.
Bit back, that's a quarter there, sir.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we had everything that we needed to live by, but we don't. We don't. We're screwed. You know, I mean, some of us are living on just bare minimum income. And not by our own design. Thank you, government.
True.
Yeah, the pharmaceuticals they cut out all the healthy stuff. They bear on. These they come up with stuff. Kill our herbs. They're good for us. Kill our herbs. They own the company that kills the herbs, and so on and so forth. We can't have these people live long and prosper.
It's a chain reaction.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah, they're
no,
still they're still
we
flying
just
those.
gonna have to pray and keep our hearts right.
I don't know how many states have outlawed this spraying, but there's been a few. Not a lot, but it's just ridiculous if you watch and see the floods and stuff that's going on around the world. The floods and the rain and the destruction, and they're they blame it on the weather. They can't blame it on them. We just manipulate the weather to cause it. To cause the people to die, to depopulate the world.
That's right, Gator Girl. If I can't, I'll find somebody that can.
I've really thought about that, but everything we grow and all the fish we catch, we can't eat it anyway because it's already polluted.
Because it's yeah, and because they've messed up our dirt, our ground with
Yeah,
all their messing and gammon, like
yeah.
with our water.
I've seen people try to grow gardens. A lot of people are successful, but there's some people, trying to do it like on their patios and stuff. They ain't getting nothing. They buy their fertilizer and their materials in it, the ground and dirt and stuff, and it still won't grow it because they've manufactured so much, polluted it so much over top of even the stuff they sell. Is not worth a flip.
I seen this a few years ago. I don't know how long it's been, but since y'all talking about gardens and growing stuff on the patio, these these here tomato plants that you grow upside down. How in the world
Yeah.
does that work?
I don't know. I can't get it to. I never could get it to happen.
I see people videos where they have them upsy downy tomato plant thingies, and I'm like, really? How in the world?
Yeah, one year I potted some tomatoes and I put them out and I sprung them up, put Miracle Grow on it. Boy, they grew, but no tomatoes. They grew like 10 foot high. No tomatoes on
Yeah, that's right. But need a rain collector.
it. What we collected, no.
Right.
We had to
Well,
we had to filter.
didn't we have to filter it
We had
because
to
of
filter. We
all
had
the
to filter the
chemtrails
rain.
and everything? All the
Yeah,
chemicals that's in the air because the rain falls down in.
exactly right. Yeah, we used to grow big gardens up in Ohio when I was growing up. We had some good gardens, but they weren't polluting the air back then. They were, but not like it is now. The filter system for all water, yeah. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh man, Cindy.
Yeah, it's where do we start? How do we start? I know we're trying by growing the gardens, but they're a lot unfortunately more failing than they are succeeding. It's a good idea on paper, good idea looking at it, but I hate peas. And my dad, he put out a bunch of pea plants. Well, they went somewhere. They were gone all day, and I called all of our friends and neighbors and people at church, and I told them, "Come pick all the peas you want." They come in, they got every pea in that garden. And thank goodness, Mom, Dad come home. What happened to the peas? And then they had one of the neighbors says, "Hey, thank you, Mac, for the peas." Uh,
We do green beans.
I like
Uncle
green
has
beans.
a garden and he has rolls of green beans and we'll go and I say pluck. I say, okay, Sky, let's go pluck some beans. But pig is what they say. They make fun of me because I say pluck. But when we go and get the beans, and
Yeah,
he
with
has
the
them like lines, and I mean, his church people will come over and we'll just pick whatever beans we think we'll eat.
Yeah, we had an acre that we had the garden, and we needed it with 11 kids. That was our veggies. But they could have the peas. They could have all the peas they wanted.
Hmm.
Then we had the apple
I'll,
orchard.
I'll eat I'll eat peas every now and then, but I don't love them. Now I love green beans
Yeah, I love green
and
beans.
corn on the cob. I love
Oh
corn on
yeah,
the cob and green beans, but peas, I mean, I'll eat them if they're on the plate, but I'm not going out of my way to really make them much.
oh yeah, yeah. We had cherries. We had apples. We had about 3 acres of apples. A lot of trees, elderberries, and
Yeah, We got an apple tree and a pear tree and
We had
some grapes and some blackberries.
the blackberries and the berries growing. I had a bakery to buy all the stuff I could take to them. The cherries and the elderberry and the sassafras, not sassafras. What the heck? The sour stuff that goes up like a rutabaga.
Oh, darling, that's
Rutabaga.
nice. My dad would make like a
Rhubarb, not rutabaga. Rhubarb.
blackberry slonker. He liked blackberry slonker. We'd go and pick the blackberries for him, and he would make a blackberry slonker.
Yeah, you got berries on vines and berries and trees. Boy,
Berries, berries, berries.
yeah. Yeah, my wife's grandmother, she had a big old farm of blueberry trees. And they go out there and fill up truckloads. Yeah.
I like apple butter.
Oh, I do too. Yeah.
I seen what Darlene said about blackberry and blueberry jelly. I like apple butter.
I had somebody send me a
Slap
couple
that on
jars
a
of apple
biscuit.
butter.
Mhm.
Amish made, and boy, oh boy, that's just good.
Melts in your mouth. Mm. I ain't had none in a long time. Our church used to make them at the Brushy Mountain Apple Festival at Wilkesboro. You know about that, Carrie, because you know about North Carolina, about this area. But oh man, it was so oh. Mm. Would my mom would buy about a case to last us for each year because we'd go up there and make it with the church every year. She would buy a case to do us. But every morning I'd get a biscuit and slap some apple butter on it. Good stuff.
Yeah, we've really worked
Ooh,
our way
that's
into
good, Cindy.
we've really worked our way into a big mess. Like everything in the world is free, but we had to put a price on it. So like it's worth something. We had to pay for everything because we got to make a profit for some reason. I don't know. Can't just live. We gotta make a profit doing it.
Because we let the government get in our lives too much.
If you think about it, we have to pay for everything. For what reason? I don't know. Just to have it, I guess. It's crazy. There's a meme out there with a couple aliens talking about that. These people, they got everything they need and they got to pay for it.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
that's good.
Good night, Gator Girl. Love you. See you tomorrow night. Everybody tomorrow night's Gator Girl.
Get a girl tomorrow night.
Yep. And Tuesday
Love
night.
you. Yeah,
I'm on vacation. I got some investigating to do.
I had to send the magic wand, but I'm not sure if it's working yet or not for the cleanup.
Oh, Cindy, I'll be there. I gotta get Sky to bed and do her prayer, and then I'll jump on my broom and I'll be there.
I'll jump off here. Good night, all. Love you, every one of you.
Okay,
Hugs
good
and
night. Love you. Thank you for joining me. Okay, family. It's time to call it. It's time to get the little munchkin in bed and get her good night prayers prayed. And I pray everyone has a safe and blessed night. Sweet dreams. And God bless each and every one of y'all. And y'all know my email, and then band, if y'all have any ideas or anything that can help me figure this water situation out, because I just have a sinking feeling I'm not gonna like what I find out. I'm going down a rabbit hole starting Monday. So I love y'all. Good night, sweet dreams. I'll see ya tomorrow night on Gators.
Every step I take, every stride I make, I look around, sometimes I feel alone. Think about this life I live, only so much time to give. I'm on the run into the unknown. The line I'm walking's a straight one, outsiders say it ain't fun. I'm not here to impress anyone. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. Head down since I left town, sorry for the letdown. Don't know the next time that I'll be around. When I ask myself why I do what I do, there's a couple reasons, yeah, I can count a few. To all the ones that are proud of me, to all the ones that doubted me, thanks for watching my dreams become reality. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. This road I'm on.